woman bought an entire car full of butter. As she checked out, the cashiers looked at her strangely. Then the woman went home and began to pile up the butter to start carving. There is an annual butter carving competition in this town. The first contestant's carving lost its corners with one slice. The second contestant was a girl. She cut the butter in half with a rope, but fall over due to a lack of strength. Laura focused intently on her carving, and passers-by marveled at her work. She placed a funnel nearby, and began meticulously carving the details. She created an exquisite cup, then smoothed the folds in the clothing of a small figure. But when he saw the girl's work, the girl was carefully carving, and a group of children gathered to watch her. Soon the 3 hours flew by, and the contestants started to explain their artistic concepts. Though Laura stammered nervously, she was confident the championship was hers. But to her surprise, the championship was won by that girl. Laura grew angry. She immediately came up with a plan. The next day the girl's parents were called to the office by the organizer. Then a man came in. He said the girl's work was paid for and done by someone else. It was clearly Laura's scheme. So Laura suggested another competition. Surprisingly, the girl agreed without hesitation. Then the final round of the butter sculpture contest began. Laura and the girl had already arrived at the venue. As the whistle blew, they both rushed into the cold storage room and started carving their sculptures. The girl opened her toolbox and pulled out a large knife. Laura was startled. The girl easily sliced the butter with the big knife. Laura quickly put on her gloves and focused on her carving, but she was too nervous. She accidentally knocked off a corner, while the girl stayed calm. As more spectators arrived, both contestants worked on the finishing touches. The competition ended. The girl carved a child resting in their mother's arms. It was a tribute to her mother. Laura sculpted the scene of Kennedy's assassination. The host said the results would be announced in 2 days, but that night, Laura secretly sneaked into the venue and damaged the girl's sculpture. On the day the results were revealed, the girl happily arrived at the venue with her father, but she suddenly noticed her sculpture had been melted. Just when Laura thought she had won, the judges said the melted face represented the warmth of a mother's love. So in the end the girl won the championship again. Laura felt very disappointed. Then the girl walked over to her and gave her a hug. This story told us that we should defeat our rivals with fairness and integrity. So would you forgive Laura? Please comment.